So Marilyn, here we go. We're off. It's minus 35 and we're heading to Cambodia and Vietnam. What do you plan for the next 6 weeks?
I plan to be warm.
And so our journey begins. January 5th, leaving Edmonton to head across the world in search of warmth, knowledge, and adventure. First stop, Siem Reap.
We're here for two reasons. To see Angkor Wat, a World Heritage Site, and to visit with an old friend from Ottawa, John Dewar. He's working at an orphanage, helping with their water system.
The water we bring up was not suitable for drinking and barely suitable for washing. So we put together a little system here to filter the water. And we use obviously a gravity feed, so there's plenty of pressure, and they now have very, very drinkable water.
So what's the name of the market again?
Samaki market, that means solidarity in English.
Our first local market in Cambodia. John took us along as he bought food for the orphanage. A little different than the Safeway in Edmonton.
For sure.
But this is very much a locals market, and this is where they come to buy everything. Beautiful clothes I saw back there though, excellent quality, beautiful designs. We're in the food section right now.
Everyone can do a part. We quickly learned that all the kids rely on bicycles for transportation. And these ones needed some serious fix-up.
And we're going to try and get a few of them done today.
John took us to find the parts.
Time to get to work.
We spent the day making them a little better. Small steps. Some local scenery here provided by John and his friend Kira. We went to a local waterfall located nearby and did little sightseeing. The day finished with a little music, and John and I hooked up with some of the great local musicians. Nice way to end it.
Well, it's a marvelous night for a moon.
Angkor Wat. Mighty and magnificent, these 12th century settlements have survived Cambodian war and strife to still stand 900 years later as a testament to the grandeur of the Khmer culture. This was a primary reason we came to Cambodia on this trip. This UNESCO World Heritage Site was on Marilyn's bucket list.
I thought I'd like to do some of these things before I'm 70.
No picture on the step.
You know when style over.
Please lay on your hand.
So we set aside a few days to see this sprawling complex, which includes Angkor Wat, Angkor Thom, and other temples.
Are now found in primarily Thailand.
We took part in a bike tour. As the whole complex is over 400 square kilometers, we couldn't see it all, but you can cover a lot more area on a bike, and it's fun.
Oh, it sure is.
So we're having a little snack here. What you got going on?
I have sticky rice with some beans and coconut milk cooked inside a bamboo shoot.
And how does it taste?
It's very tasty. It's not sweet, it's not spicy, but it's wholesome.
So, this is the world's most natural ham, okay?
It is, and you know, it's not too bad. I can sort of, hang here for a while.
This is natural too. It's amazing.
Siem Reap. Wonderful way to start our journey, but time for a new adventure.
So Marilyn, part 2 of the adventure. We're now in Phnom Penh.
We are.
How did we get there?
We took a bus, and it took us about 7.5, 8 hours. Roads were pretty bad. About half of them were
must tell them 8 hours to go, 280 kilometers.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But what's your first impression of Phnom Penh?
Right now it looks a little busier than Siem Reap. There's a lot of congestion here, a lot more vehicles. It certainly was a lot busier than Siem Reap, although just a few blocks off the main street, our hotel was a pretty peaceful place.
There's a lot of great stuff happening at night, from night markets to impromptu workouts along the beach walkway to some incredible culture right near the Royal Palace.
Just walking along, we would stumble onto most interesting events like this kids' concert a few blocks from our hotel.
Leaving Phnom Penh on our first bike ride in this area. We're going to bike to the ferry and then we're going to go across and do some islands on the Mekong. Great way to see Cambodia.
We just hopped a ferry for 3 or 4 minutes and here we are in the country. It's a beautiful island with farming as a main business of operation here. A lot of people live here and work their farms, and there are also summer vacation homes here.
Hello.
Well, here's something we hadn't counted on. As we rode by this wedding we were invited to attend. Turns out there are 3-day ceremonies, and we were the happy wedding crashers.
Some of us were happier than others to crash the wedding. Finishing off our Cambodia adventure with a ferry ride home. Next stop, Vietnam.
First thing we noticed coming from Cambodia was the difference in the affluence of the country. And that Ho Chi Minh City has a lot of traffic, different from home.
Out of the city and onto the Mekong River, to boat, then bike to the Cu Chi Tunnels, an intricate series of underground tunnels and rooms, over 250 kilometers dug into the countryside.
We pulled into port and started a 70-kilometer ride to the site of the tunnels. Lots to see, like these rubber trees and how they harvest the sap.
Malaysia and Indonesia.
Vietnam?
Yeah.
I wonder, so before they...
So Marilyn, what you drinking there?
I'm drinking sugarcane juice with salty
Lemon sauce.
lemon salt.
And how does it taste?
It is fabulous.
This is a bunker. This is a VC bunker, and we're just about to go down and take a look from within. We're going to go through the tunnel.
The tunnels are left from the Vietnam War, where villagers dug by hand to give themselves protection during the war.
Yeah, I'm the tunnel rat.
Yeah.
Bye, tunnel rat.
Okay, go straight.
Go.
Marilyn overcame her fear of the enclosed spaces for a quick look.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I have to go back now.
Put a light on her for a second. Well, stand. You can stand up here. It's wide open, so you can see out the hole.
You see the hole? This is the pot you got here.
So this is where the bunker.
Oh, bat.
So hello, fellow traveler. Tell me about your accommodations on this bus.
Well, it's kind of cool. It's a sleeper bus. You get this sort of semi-sleeper cognitive seat. It's fun. Our next stop, Dalat, and a motorbike tour. Dalat is in the mountains and the terrain is a lot like Alberta. It's also home to many gardens that bring food and flowers to Southeast Asia.
It really did feel like Alberta there, didn't it?
And we hiked up this hill. They did not come with us. And we got half an hour to sort of muddle about up here.
Beautiful.
The town for people pick up the coffee. It's in the town. Rush collar.
A stop at a coffee plantation, where we found out how weasels and bananas equal most excellent coffee. We enjoyed it from a scenic patio.
Always time to enjoy some of the natural beauty of Vietnam.
Next stop, a working silk farm. They make the material from the cocoon of silkworms.
One of the more interesting features of Dalat is the architecture, including this place, aptly titled The Crazy House. It's all made of concrete and wood. Never seen anything like it.
Nope.
Later that night, some music with the locals.
So here we are just outside Dalat. We're at the side of the road and we're starting our bike trip. We're biking to Nha Trang. What's your thoughts?
My thoughts are it's going to be a great day. The sun's shining. We're out here in the highlands and we're going to cycle down to Nha Trang.
So?
Oh, it's great. It's all downhill. I love it.
Nha Trang. What do you think so far?
Of Nha Trang? Well, we cycled through the highlands to get here, and it was sort of from highlands and mountains and forests and waterfalls, and here we are at the beach like 6-7 hours later.
An interesting city, Nha Trang, with a very vibrant beach area. Skaters at night. And this is how it looks at 6 a.m. Everyone out exercising. That was kind of weird, wasn't it?
I don't know because I was in bed.
But by 7 o'clock, they were all at work.
Sunrise in Nha Trang. So Marilyn, where are you?
I'm at the ferry dock, but apparently there is no like real registered ferry. This is a customized trip. We'll see how
Well,
this goes.
it's a pretty state-of-the-art boat, though, right?
We're going. I hope there is. It's blue and red. It's got to be good. A great day trip to an island near Nha Trang for swimming and sightseeing, then onward.
Day 20, and we're heading up the coast. Our next stop, Da Nang. Home of the famous Dragon Bridge.
So right now we're on the Dragon Bridge, and we're just heading to the end. In about 3 minutes, we're told it spews fire and water.
So do you think we'll see something like this over Grote Road?
Maybe we will someday.
And as soon as it's over, it's business as usual.
So Marilyn,
Yes.
what's the deal?
Well, the deal is we're trying to go to Marble Mountain, and we have to drive through half the city to get there.
But?
But Dawn's going to safely get me there.
Yes, adventure time. Cycling now for about a half an hour, 20 minutes, and where are we?
10K down the road, south on the highway, towards Hoi An.
Pretty flat, wasn't it?
Very flat. And we are at Marble Mountain.
And it's not flat.
It's not.
And what's the story on Marble Mountain?
Well, there's 5 mountains here. They each are named after one of the elements. Another spot on our to-do list, some ancient caves.
These caves are considered sacred and home to a number of Buddhist shrines. Breathtaking and vast.
Lunch stop next.
Lunch!
feel good.
Good.
Let it feel good.
So Marilyn, you just picked the fish out of You just picked the fish out, and what's happening?
Well, they're going to steam my fish and bring me a drink, and hopefully Don's going to help me eat it.
Oh, I will.
And we are now attacking it and have consumed most of it.
Climb into the Lady Buddha.
She's a little higher up there than I am.
She overlooks the ocean and takes care of the sailors and is lit up, and you can see her from all points of domain. It's remarkable.
Ending the day tired, but having seen some great attractions. And now on to what was my favorite place, Hoi An. A city with no cars for most of the day. How good is that?
And it's a cooking school center. Our teacher took our group to find the freshest food. Then we took a boat ride through town to a small island in a coconut grove.
So now we stop here and we transfer to a smaller boat that'll take us in to wherever we're going.
We had a gas making some healthy, tasty food.
On the beaches of Hoi An, and the boats are all going out now for the night fishing.
Great entertainment watching the fishermen launch their traditional boats.
This place is magic at night.
We stumbled across Vietnamese bingo in the town
That
center.
was so much fun.
Each card has 3 symbols, and the singers choose a symbol, and the song is sung. And someone wins if their card matches the symbol chosen. And a bar with some top drawer music where Don got to sit in once again.
We liked it so much we're going back this winter.
Yes, we're going to go for the entire month of February. Come join us. It's great fun. Our next adventure, a 100-kilometer bike ride up the coast, over the mountains to Hue.
So Marilyn, we've done about 15K of our trip, and we've stopped here at a marble factory. What do you think?
Well, I think it's amazing that the artist has to be using a electric skill saw and obviously has a vision in his head and needs to know what he's got to do. So the men do all the heavy work with the skill saws, but then it's up to the women to polish these.
Oh, the women polish.
The women polish them.
We thought these were concrete castings because they were so similar, but
No, the artists are precise and know their work.
wow. Well, 25K down, and our how does it feel?
It feels really good, but I understand there's an uphill portion.
So Marilyn,
Yes.
red of face, green of jersey. Tell me about what we're doing right now.
We're climbing in the heat, up a hill, going to Hue.
When you're on a bike, you never know who you're going to meet.
What do you think about Vietnam?
We love your Vietnam.
Very beautiful. You love Vietnam.
Yes.
You go and your photo.
Yes.
You honeymoon?
Yes. So Marilyn, this is a bunker fortification that the U.S. had along this road. We're at the summit of this mountain right now, and this was part of the supply line for the Viet Cong.
What goes up comes down.
Yay!
The last part of the ride, downhill to Hue. Hooray!
Hooray for Hue!
Woo! This is wonderful. And there's the range we just came over. We were at the top summit of that one. That was a great ride.
Our guide took us to a floating restaurant for a sumptuous yet strange meal.
First time I've ever actually had to dig the snail out of its shell. Yummy.
Today's history lesson, or today's lesson?
Well, we're in the national park, Phong Nha Ki Bang, and we're here
because it's a World Heritage Site, UNESCO World Heritage Site, and they have some fabulous karst caves. So we're going to do 2 caves today. And the second one, I think we actually get to boat through. It's an underground river system as well. So we're really looking forward to that.
This is called Galaxy Falls, and this is a big stalactite that comes down, meets from the bottom. There's a little water pool there, and then this is where the water would come across. Never seen anything like this in my life. I'm going to do a 360 here.
con môi chuối nó đóng. Nhiều là các cái màu trắng thôi, quan sát của mình cái màu thẫm của đen nó màu hơi thấy và là mình biết do các cái quang kim loại.
While on our water cave tour, we met a woman from Winnipeg in our group who was on a world adventure. She's also a great singer and was inspired by the cave. It was very cool.
Up where they walk, up where they run, up where they stay all day in the sun, wandering free. Wish I could be part of that world.
Heading for Hanoi, where we had a brief stop before heading to our boat in Halong Bay.
Oh, Halong Bay. What an amazing spot. You can't really capture it, but it's just beautiful rocks coming out of nowhere.
We stayed overnight on this ship and spent the day in the bay.
Another day.
Another day for sure.
And?
Well, we are on a day boat now, and we are headed for Cat Ba. And we stopped on Monkey Island for a bike trip and some fantastic sightseeing with benefits.
Good benefits.
Rice wine.
Yeah.
You know how to make the rice wine? I
Yeah.
don't know.
But it's good.
Drink. Okay, I just know how to drink. Okay.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Right. Cheers. Cheers.
Mot Hai
Bye. Joe.
Joe!
Yeah. No kidding.
How does it taste?
Tastes strong. Yeah. More? All right. More. Finish this. Okay.
It's like a stronger sake, sort of, in a way. Obviously, it's rice.
Continuing our bike trip. Hello! To Cat Ba Island. We've just had our rice wine. Everybody's a little tipsy on the bikes, but we're having a good time. So, in the jungles of Vietnam.
Yes, we are. It's a lovely day, and we're going to be climbing up a rock wall here right in a minute.
So you're fortified on rice wine, ready to go?
I am.
Good.
I am fortified on rice wine.
So now we're up at the top. So we're going to head down. Looks a lot easier.
Yeah, this is the kind of stuff that I love to see. Being city planning, and it's like, hey, you can just have a little village.
Vietnam Ho Chi Minh. Vietnam Ho Chi Minh. Cheers. 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 Back Of course, yeah.
Day lots in our trip. We're about a month into our trip now, and today is another special day. And what are we doing?
We are traumatizing the heck out of Marilyn by making her go up on a hill on her own motorbike.
We traveled the island and marveled at the beauty of the karst formations. The rocks are said to resemble the back of a dragon sent to protect Vietnam.
I'll buy that.
Oh, the traffic. What a cacophony of sound and action here in Hanoi, isn't it something?
It is, and this is just a small side street.
Yeah.
Now, we are back in Hanoi, and we've seen the water puppets. And we got to see the country preparing for their New Year's called Tet.
Happening just after we leave. We did a street food tour, sampling the local favorites.
Yeah, this one is the rice mixed with the water. Yeah, because the rice is
Some very exotic foods, to say the least.
the rice also important.
Yeah, so the fact that you got to spend 6 weeks with
Don
nobody but
Marpon.
me.
That's not true, Don. We met many wonderful friends on this journey.
We did meet some
I did
wonderful
appreciate
people.
the time I spent with you, but we met some very interesting folks on this journey.
We did.
Every city.